Hello, JD here again. This video is going to be a quick demonstration of a newer version, an updated version of the PCP spreadsheet that some of you have obtained from me, and I hope you're finding it useful. Basically, I've changed two things really. One is that I've extended each of the tabs so that you can now enter a period of up to 60 months rather than 48, so that might be useful for some people. But the important one is this addition of a fourth tab, which I've called incentives, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. So what the incentives section does, and it's this blue bit here, again just like before, you just enter the figures into the yellow boxes. This is designed so that you can make an informed decision as to whether it's worth taking out finance at a car dealer if they are saying, well, you know, if you take out our finance, we'll give you an extended warranty or a free service pack or that kind of thing. And this comes from a very recent experience that I've encountered, whereby I was told that if I were to take the dealer's finance, I would get a 2-year extended warranty. Now, it was quite good actually, because the retail price of this extended warranty was £1,249, and it was 2 years in addition to the 1 year that you got from the manufacturer. So it was pretty much like buying a new car. You got 3 years warranty. So actually it was worth doing, based on the fact that the salesman told me that it would only cost me, you'd have to run it for a little while, run the finance agreement for a little while, and it will work out that it will cost you about £500 to £600. So most people going into that situation would go, okay, well, hang on a minute, if I take their finance, I've got to run it for a little while, it's a £1,249 warranty, and it's only going to cost me £600, £500 to £600. So most people, I think, would sign up for that. Now, knowing me, I thought, well, I'm going to dig a little bit deeper into this and see if it's worth doing. Now, usually when you read around forums and things, dealers will tell you that you need to run the agreement for 3 or 4 months to keep the incentive. So I was going to play the game, and I thought, okay, well, as you'll see in a minute, it was a high APR, it was 11.9, but I was prepared to run it for, say, 3 payments so that I could get the incentive, and then I would pay it off with a finance loan from sort of cheaper loan from elsewhere, and as you see in a minute, it would probably cost me about £500. So let's just check. So the deal was £16,881 was the purchase price on this particular example. The deposit I was putting in was going to be, and I was going to put some on an interest-free credit card. So I was going to put £6,000 in as a deposit, which means that I was financing 10,881. Now I should say, to get this incentive, the dealer said that you had to finance on a used car a minimum of £10,000. That's all they said. Okay, so I'm financing 10,881 in this example. The guaranteed future value on this car after 4 years was quite small, so you're paying quite a lot of the capital down, was 3,990. And the APR, that's the bad point, was 11.9. I did try and get the APR down, but I was told that to get the incentive it had to be 11.9. Well, no surprise why, as you'll see in a minute. And it was 48 months. So it was going to come out at £216 a month. So now let's use this new part of the spreadsheet to work out how much this incentive is going to cost us. So the incentive retail price, as I said, was £1,249, and let's say we had to run it for 3 payments before we could pay it off and keep the incentive. So what this new part of the spreadsheet does is it calculates how much it would cost you. So basically what this is doing is saying, okay, well, £216 a month times 3, so it would have cost us £649.97. And then what it does is it looks at what the settlement figure would be after, in this case, 3 payments have been made. So if we look down here on the table, after month 3, the settlement on that agreement will be 10,721. Now you can see, because it's a high APR, we haven't paid down much of the capital at all. Remember, we borrowed 10,881, we've paid £650, nearabouts. Nearabouts, is that a word? Thereabouts. So 3 times £216 is £649.97. But we've only reduced the capital by what? 10,881 less 10,721, so about £160. So what it does is it works out the difference between what the settlement figure is and how much you've paid, and then it works out how much extra it has cost you, if you see what I mean. So in this case it's cost us £650, but we've only dropped the capital by 160, so therefore it's cost us £490, if that makes sense. So in this example it's actually pretty much spot on with what I was told. So the incentive would cost me £1,249 to buy it outright. It's only cost me £490, so actually it saved me £758. So actually, if we were to run it for 3 months and then settle it, it's actually a pretty good deal. The only issue with this was that the last piece of paper I was asked to sign that was just put under my nose literally before I was given the keys to the car, and this is probably because dealers have started to cotton on to the fact that people are settling their finance early and keeping any incentives. I was told, and I was asked to sign, to say that I would have to run this agreement for at least 10 months to keep any incentive. So let's now enter the number 10 into this and see what difference it makes. So 10 months. So after 10 months we would have paid 10 times £216.66, which is £2,166.55, but our settlement after month 10 is only 9,860. So we've only dropped the capital by what? About £1,021. So the difference between that and the settlement figure, the difference between what we've paid and the settlement figure is £1,146. So it's not £500 to £600 anymore. That incentive is costing me £1,146, and actually that's going to be a conservative estimate, because the settlement figure here, going on my experience, I have tweaked these calculations slightly in this new version, by the way, they're still about £40 or £50 under whatever I've been quoted when I've asked for an agreement. Certainly on my recent BMW M140 that I've settled, it was about £50 under. So I don't know whether companies are adding a bit of a admin fee on, but this does take into account that you can pay up to 58 days interest when you settle early. So just be aware that it could be slightly out still. So that's a conservative estimate. So in this instance, where we've run it for 10 months, we've only saved £102. So yes, it's probably still worth doing, but it ain't costing us £500 to £600. It's costing us £1,146. Now, all I would say is use this to work out whether it's actually worth taking an incentive or not. You know, let's try it at 24 months. So at 24 months, it's still going to cost us £1,057, not £500 to £600. In fact, I've tried lots of combinations on this, and I can't get it to work to £500 to £600. I just can't. So I don't know where the salesman was getting that figure from. So please, when you buy a car, certainly used cars, and in this example, because the APR was so high, just think carefully if it's worth doing. You know, if it was a service pack, well, a service pack, I don't know what a service pack costs roughly, but probably $599. Let's say it's $599. So you've gone into a dealer and they said, right, take our finance, run it for 10 months and you can have a free service pack. Okay, so the service pack is $599. In this example, for 2 years on a PCP, let's increase the guaranteed future value, because obviously after 2 years it would be higher than 3,990. Let's make it 7,000. Wow. So that free service pack of 599 has actually cost us 1,127 if we take their finance and settle after 10 payments. So it'd be cheaper to buy it on a personal loan and pay for the service pack. I hope that was useful. I hope that was interesting. Please comment and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Please email me with any questions you've got. I'm getting some really nice emails from everybody, really good support for the channel. I'm hoping it's going to start getting more traction, and all I want to do is save people money when they are financing their car. Thanks for watching. See you next time.